TV5 most accurate. Now your TV5 first alert forecast.
This weekend has been the beginning of windy conditions, and we have more of those wind gusts that are going to be picking up as we go into Monday. Today going to kind of be our slowest day regarding those wind speeds, but they're still going to be present. So in this wind forecast, we'll still have some breezy conditions, but I am putting some more blustery and more intense winds in the Monday forecast. As we look ahead to what you can expect today, if you're going to be going outside, maybe running some errands, preparing for the brand new week, we will find some of our peak winds to be around 15 to 20 miles per hour. But going into the afternoon, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some wind gusts that near 25 miles per hour. So it's not going to be nearly as blustery as yesterday or what comes on Monday, but we are going to find that we do hold pretty constant, or at least close to that westerly wind direction. We're going to start out of the northwest this morning, become a little more westerly, see some of that southwest shift, but yet that westerly direction is still going to hold at times. So that's going to be where we're sourcing our wind, and also where our temperatures are going to be pulling from, allowing us to be into the mid-20s today. Our wind gusts, we are going to find those on Monday. However, I'm going to jump ahead because we already talked that today. Just a little bit breezy, tomorrow quite blustery. Into the morning as you're headed out, you're going to find that we're already starting the day with 30 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts. As we go around lunchtime, that's when we finally reach 40 mile per hour winds. That is going to carry into the afternoon. By the evening, that's when we finally start to see some of that wind settle down. So late morning and through much of our daylight hours for the rest of Monday is when we are going to find our winds to be potentially into that 40 mile per hour range or higher. And I wouldn't be surprised if here in the thumb we see some of those readings that are near 50 miles per hour. So keep that in mind, that we are going to find these winds really picking up during the daylight hours of Monday. Here at 8 o'clock, we start to kind of see a shift of a lot of that wind pushing out. We will source in some northwesterly wind as we go into Tuesday morning, but thankfully you will see that the wind speeds, though they're elevated here in the thumb, we are going to start to see that trend to where we do settle them down as we go into Tuesday. So some of the impacts, though, from this one is some of those down tree limbs. Those can fall down, causing some power outages if they land on those lines. I know a lot of the companies are saying we're good. If we have 40 mile per hour winds, those lines will hold. So it's mainly just going to be if you have that one big old branch that comes down that isn't good in 40 to 45 mile per hour winds. Also, if you'll want to secure any loose objects, if you have some decorations that may be out, or if it's trash or recycle day, you're going to want to have those bins. Keep an eye on the truck to go by so you can pull them back in. No, for a lot of folks driving around, no real issues there. But if you're going to maybe be driving a moving van, or you're going to be driving a semi-truck, you will find that some of those taller profile vehicles, they're going to have a little more play in the wind. So if you notice a little shift, it's why, because the wind is going to try to take the wheel. So the hour-by-hour conditions as we go through today are going to be pretty quiet for us. We will find that we have some clouds, some sun. Yesterday's sunshine was fantastic. We're hoping to bring more of that in the forecast. But if those clouds just want to hang around knowing that it's winter and it's their time, then we have to roll with it. But at least they won't be bringing us any precipitation. Even as we go into Monday morning, it'll be pretty chilly because we won't have our cloud blanket, but we will have some sun to start out on Monday. However, we do have a system that's going to be coming in from our north. As this segs into the afternoon, we're really watching the timing because we could see some variation if it's more towards dinner time or the middle of the afternoon. But we will see the snow push through. Not a lot of oomph with it, but it is going to start to fall apart as we go into the evening. So snow totals with this one not going to add up to all that much. We will find that mainly we are going to see the bulk of it here into northern lower and into the northwest corner of the lower peninsula in West Michigan. But here in Roscommon County, we could be looking at about 1 inch and then up towards that 2.5 inch mark as we go in the northern half of the county, and then about 1 inch, maybe even getting close to that 2 inch mark here in West Branch and throughout Ogama counties. Overall, a lot of us will be staying at that inch mark or less, so just keep an eye. If you're traveling north, you may run into a little more snowfall. In the next 7 days, we will have our temperatures today around 26 and then 34 for our first alert weather day. But again, we do have the windy weather. And then temperatures, they are going to be a little bit iffy going from Monday night into Tuesday. Temperatures fall through the day on Tuesday, and then we will find that we are still going to be seeing some 20s and 30s as we go in the later half of the week. A chance for some sun also possible. And keep an eye to Saturday's forecast. We have some rain and snow coming in if you got some weekend plans.
Stay with WNEM TV5 on air, on the go, and online for more news and weather updates.